comes down to the gameplay now, Denog. I'm excited to see how that one's going to be able to work out. Sounds like definitely a game-winning combo.
Oh, for sure. I mean, any chance you have for memes, you want to be able to take it. And unfortunately, it's not going to be the Centaur cart plus CM ulti, but you know, Pudge.
Wait, what is going on?
What are we looking at?
Is this a Marblu? Did they do this last time where they played the Marblu? Okay. I just for a second I was a little bit worried. Yeah. For a second I was a little bit worried seeing Marblu playing a Broodmother. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? This is your 4 player, but
I'm worried seeing the 9 and 10 Snapfire. You know, I feel like
has he got 9?
Yeah, I feel like maybe that money could be sort of, I don't know, something else. A couple of branches instead, Sentry Ward to continuously make sure you've got these lanes, because you know what they're going to do, right? Like, this is a CM Pudge lane. They're going to be Frostbite into Hook underneath the tower. So if you could try and keep the lane as far away from that tower as possible, big opponent.
Yeah, this is any CM lane for that matter, and CM, Disruptor, Lich, some of those supports, they're nuking supports. You buy selves in those lanes. You Tangos, they don't really do a whole lot. They're going to bring you down incredibly low, and you're going to be sitting on the side lane for a hell of a long time trying to wait for those Tangos to heal you back up. So we'll see. I'm also very intrigued to see how he's going to be able to perform just as a support overall, considering like this still is an important game for them, even though there's even though they're up against it going against Vici, and even though they also picked a Shadow Fiend, which I think is the most atrocious hero I've seen so far in Division 2. Every game it looks just so underwhelming. So I hope they're able to body this lane. Topside, what's going on? Molasses?
Good positioning by
Marblu's able to take the hook, so Molasses is going to be okay, but yeah, Tango's going to be able to take some time to get him back up. So yes, as you can tell, Denog, I despise this Shadow Fiend hero. I think he's horrible, and I've just seen him way too often get ran over, and teams have not been able to utilize his power spike in the lane, and then he's very weak when people are just able to get on top of him easily. Feels like he really needs to have a large net worth advantage to get things going. From the experience, you know, we've seen so far, at least in regards to Division 2. Although, you know, that being said as well, you know, Vici Gaming, they were able to win with the Shadow Fiend.
Who was it against, though?
People have... It's a great question. That is a great question, and one I actually do not have the answer to. So we are seeing, though, the spam continue down bottom. Mango is going to be activated, so New's going to eat a bunch of razors. FY as well has fallen pretty low, but they've been able to address the trees, so it is going to limit the kind of play potential from TZ.
At least Molasses, that Sentry Ward, bring it out lane. It's going to miss timing. But just see where the lane is on the top-hand side, right? Molasses are able to farm relatively close. And for me, I think Molasses' role is just to try and, well, he misses the cookie that time around and might be the first blood as a result. Ends up getting away. That Mango health read ended up being the sure. I think he just needs to try and position as far away from the Pudge as possible. Early levels, Frostbite still has, well, doesn't increase by level, but it still is kind of awkward in that hook if you're just super far away, and you don't want to be wasting mana because you can't let the Brood get out of control this game.
And it shouldn't get out of control, right? Like, this is a lane that is... You first phase the CM and the Pudge to absolutely obliterate Marblu's lane.
Just thinking about this mid lane as well. The last bit which we see all too often, and Setsu's already having a really nice in this lane. I mean, do you think he needs to go like this Scream of Pain, Max, or do you think it's all about you just spamming out the Shadow Strike, making sure Pango isn't that active hero to be able to make the plays around? Because I'm the latter. I think you just need to make sure that this Pango, that early level 6, so that Pudge is that little bit stronger by the time he makes that rotation eventually.
I like, well, from what I've seen, I'm kind of a bit more of a fan, actually, top lane. They're going to look to go in onto Erica. Flesh Hip has expired, so the damage absorption's not really there for the Pudge to rely on. They're going to get actually a decent chunk of damage onto Erica. Very nicely done from Meteor.
Nice job with this.
Back to
as well. Just make stand right behind that full creep wave, so there's no way underneath the tower. I know most of the time, you know, we're fans of Scream of Pain. A few more points into it, just because it's going to enable you to farm. But I mean, you've got a Pudge that needs to spend a lot of time farming. He needs 3 items before he's super active. You've got a Doom who's going Midas that's going to be doing all sort of thing, right? So I feel like you can afford to be a little bit more of this like tempo Pango.
You don't think the Scream fulfills that role still? I mean, look what he's doing with 2 points in Dagger.
Not
He's
as
23 and 14 compared to the 15 and 0. I don't think an extra point does any more to stop Blessing having a lane. I think the big thing is that this Queen of Pain hero has never really changed over time. You're a hero that really has a death quota. You go over 4 deaths, your impact in the game is very limited. Like, you can scale quite well, and that's where the Scream can come into play. Like, your potential to farm in the jungle is very important. Not only... I'll actually hold that top lane, Yang. Blessing's gonna look to make the rotation, but it's actually off the back of the cookie. Gets Marblu into a great position. Now, but the damage, it's enough. And that is huge. Blessing recognize he can't play this lane. This is almost like Primal Beast-esque in a way, where he's rotating 5 minutes in, even without the ultimate to try and help out the side lanes.
Even as well, right? Like, that's one of the of having a Pango in this lane. You're a get that's had put points in the Shadow Strike, right? She can't push the lane back to power, so he had time to be able to make that rotation towards the top without losing really any creeps. Like, I think he might have lost 2 in the grand scheme of things. Setsu was free farming. If you're able to get that first blood plus get the while he's used his TP, that's a big win.
You see, New got pretty lucky with his neutral creep as well. He's got the mana burn creep, so in a lane that they're really relying on kind of spamming up the spells for the Shadow Fiend is having a lot of difficulties with doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you just end up hating your life, you know. If that's the case, you just can't do anything against that. Look at T just trying to keep this creep wave from the Doom as much as possible. It's not really like the SF marching for a full wraparound here, though.
Oh, Swashbuckle's off the mark. They're still able to get the shield crash slow. Hoping that the Shadow Fiend's able to close the distance, but FY? What have you just done to them? A bushwhack on the one singular tree that was in the river to set up for Setsu's Sonic Wave, and it couldn't have been a better combo at 7 minutes into the game. I mean, we're not even at team fight stage yet, and they're making it look like that.
What more can you say? The man is a super. They're even getting more kills with the mission through from the Queen of Pain as well. So, it looked like a very nice start for them, but just a singular move like that from FY could suddenly turn things around.
Yeah. Let me see that one again, baby. Oh my lord. That's juicy.
Yeah.
That is stuff.
Ruin ability all hit by the bushwhack.
Oh god, that is stuff you dream of as a core player, to be able to get a combo like that. It's a poor player, any Dota player. That Wombo combo at this stage of the game. Bottom lane, using some trouble, but they might turn to FY instead with a cookie on over the top.
They
and then
know
it's
who
going to be able to land.
Is. You know, they got to make sure they take him on.
Yep, got to get rid of FY. And this man, pesky on the hoodwink. And I mean, we're going to see how the players are going to continue to stack up as the game goes on. Blessing might be in some trouble mid. Setsu's got this max out screams to the nuke potential, but has he overplayed his hand? Fair fire along with the 1 charges, but that'll not be enough to keep him alive.
Top side though, Marblu, he's hit up onto his level 6. Of course, the Spiderlings having a decent amount of distance means that Pudge exactly the best at being able to deal with this, so he's going to have to retreat back to the jungle at the very least until he picks up. I wonder what his build is going to be, whether he against Vanguard just to be able to try and deal with that, as well as a lot of the damage coming through and the Pangolier, or if it's going to be like a straight AB or Blink Dagger Rush, because for both teams, they are kind of lacking in tower push. Like, the strong right of Shadow Fiend, so that's something Lasses could look to hang their habit, and the Brood.
Yeah. Do you feel like, though, this is a a lost lane for Vici. I mean, you take a look at the net worth, it has to be, right? Brood's top of the net worth. Pudge is so far behind him. Well, this is where the rotation maybe can pay off. They're hoping that they don't need to force up the Sonic Wave, and thanks to Erica's hook, it will not be required. Great usage from Erica to be able to drag him back. Across the map, though, he's in some trouble. Blessings still has enough mana to be able to activate the Rolling Thunder. He's getting pretty close to the tower, but with a backstab out of the Shadow Fiend, they're going to be able to secure a double kill across the map. So, beautifully done for the boys of Meteor. Yes, you do give up the kind of top of the net worth here in the Broodmother up top, but, they're able to find so much out of the map as well. Importantly, Blessings gets some much-needed gold, some much-needed experience, because, he's not sitting pretty in regards to the net worth. Shadow Fiend might be in some trouble bottom. It's just some poke and prod from the supports. Yang, 3 points in Frostbite's back up, and Shadow Fiend's forced to actually consider about a defensive Requiem, because New's even looking to try and enter as well. No level up in the Doom here from New. Oh, they're even going to lay down the Mortimer Kisses. All right. F1's like, come on, brothers. Really? All this for me? All this hate for me doesn't even land a glob. Looks like boys will be chilling at the moment, so they're going to be able to reset. I mean, maybe Vici, they should actually feel pretty happy about maybe taking a team fight. Setsu's coming down bottom. Got the Sonic Wave at the ready. Catapult Waves shoving out as well. So you'd love to win a team fight into some damage on the tower. Setsu's going to be cautious though. They'll start with a cookie, charge up the Requiem for the nuke. It's going to be enough. Setsu, honestly, a little cocky with his positioning, just wasn't ready for the chain control out of Meteor. It was really crafty from them. That cookie to start into the Requiem. And we saw what they were truly able to do off the back of that. So, on the side of Meteor, really nicely done. And meanwhile, what they're getting at the top side of the map, Marblu, this is an immense amount of farm that this Broodmother is starting to accumulate. Mechanism already completed. Greaves, he's so close to it as well. Under 1,000 gold here for the Broodmother. So, and the amount of farm, importantly, that is also taking away from Vici Gaming. Like, they need to open up this bottom tower, and, well, the Sonic Wave from Setsu is definitely going to help out with doing so as TZ. Well, the Overgrowth's going to be able to cancel the Freezing Field straight away. They're falling pretty low on Vici Gaming, but there's just no one here to be able to capitalize on that. Pango mid lane is wanting to get some damage into the tower with the double damage rune, which, honestly, that's also a lot as well. I hope Danog's able to rejoin us shortly so he can try and help out what that translation is. I don't know. Look, honestly, for me, I like when some players are a little bit vocal. Some back and forth. It adds something extra spicy to the game. There's already something else on the line with the promotion almost there for Vici Gaming as well. Does he want to use the ultimate defensively on Blessings? He's nearby, but there's just nothing the Tomb Protector is going to be able to do to keep him alive. So, Vici Gaming, 1,000 net worth lead for them. The kill score is even, but they'd love to start getting some objectives across the map. It looks like mid's going to be the attempt for them. What do they got at the ready? Doom's up, Sharpshooter as well, and FY is being able to catch out TZ inside the tree line. The boys on Meteor are starting to move over. The Shadow Fiend even considering about the defensive. Requiem's actually going to look to charge it up now, but the chain control, it's just a little bit too late. Setsu's able to get the jump away. They'll look to turn to New instead. On his dying breaths, he drops the Doom, but there's just no one there to follow up. So a big ultimate completely wasted here from the offlaner of Vici Gaming. They still feel content with to take the team fight as Erica's just going to waltz into the middle. Dismember to lock down with a Shadow Fiend. Blessing wants to turn it around. It's a huge Rolling Thunder. He's looking for a wall to bounce back on, but Setsu's going to say, no, sir. I'll protect my FI Hoodwink as best as I can with the Sonic Wave. He's even going to be able to dodge the swashbuckle thanks to the Sharpshooter bounce around. Marblu's looking for the cleanup, but this is a death sentence. Yes, she got the kill, but Marblu, was it truly worth it? We got some crazy stuff going on right now. A lot of action in our second game. And it's unfortunate. I mean, the Broodmother, you show up to this team fight and now you pretty much lost all your control of that top side of the map. So it's going to give Vici Gaming an opportunity now to get the lanes in a position. Vid's getting pressured out from Erica, getting pretty close to the Scepter as well, all things considering. Second component now completed. What, just under 1,700 gold towards he's able to find those last remaining items, but this is a vital tower to keep alive here on Meteor Gaming. They've got the Rolling Thunder up in a couple of seconds. You've got the Overgrowth as well. They're ready to take a team fight, but Blessings jumps in the middle, but he's well aware that TZ is going to be able to prevent the Dismember duration, but they're still going to be cautious because they haven't addressed Setsu, the main damage source coming out from the Queen of Pain, but Vici Gaming, they're going to look to try and back off, so they won't be nearby to keep Erica alive. And in the end, I mean, Meteor, you've got to be incredibly happy with that trade, and they're already hunting for more. The wraparound from the Shadow Fiend, ever so close to getting the Requiem, but they'll continue their attention over to FY. A beautiful use of the cookie onto the spiders means that FY will not be able to survive. And in fact, it's actually Meteor that are able to find this tier 1 mid first. Beautifully done from them. Really, this is... I'm quite impressed. This is back-to-back games now we've actually seen out of them where first 15 minutes, they've looked pretty goddamn solid, all things considering. I know the previous game got blown out very, very fast, but it has to be said that this top lane really did not go as well as what you're hoping for. You first picked the Brood and Vici addressed it with the Pudge and Crystal Maiden, and there's a 2,000 net worth difference between Erica and Marblu. So, I mean, really at this stage, Vici would be starting to walk down lanes off the back of the Scepter on Erica, which is definitely slowing down their timing pretty drastically. And importantly, it's allowing Meteor Gaming to be able to continue to find the farm across the map, like Shadow Fiend, Dragonlance, Mask of Madness. Back towards a triangle he goes, so he's been able to find some nice catch-up. I think the one real big thing that we're keeping tabs on is how Setsu's able to continue to shine in this game, and we're going to see him look to get involved again. They're going to be cautious, though. They need to get the kill and get out, because the Mortimer Kisses are getting laid down, but the artillery's not enough. Maybe Marblu might look for the easier target in FY off to the right side. And TZ, well, they're even going to be forced to use the Overgrowth as well, but Marblu, that's a heavy commitment. New's going to consider about chucking out the Doom. He's got to be cautious of his own position now, but look at Vici. They've got Erica showing up at the hook. Molasses able to sidestep, but actually land a beautiful cookie. But again, FI's bushwhack sets up for the Sonic Wave. Setsu over the top. This man knows how to play the Queen of Pain. What a performance from Setsu. 10, 2, and 9. An incredibly volatile hero. A hero we do not see often at all, but man, he's making it look so easy. Look at that though. Like, the turnaround was almost huge. The cookie with the Requiem combo, but FI just stops it short, the nick of the timing there. And continues to make the plays. Fight after fight, game after game. I mean, is there anyone more consistent than Mr. FI God? It's always a treat to watch some of these position 4 players, to be able to see kind of the plays they're able to make across the map. They make it look so easy. Then you try to do it yourself and it just doesn't work. You think you can act like an FY or a Yapsaw or a Crit, queue up a game, you play a Rubik, you feed 10 times, you close Dota. It's kind of the cycle of Dota sometimes. What's going on with TZ? This is a ambitious place to be. Bit of a warding expedition it looks like here for the Dream Protector. They're even going to run into Marblu as well. Greaves going to be able to get him out of the Frostbite, but the slow will be there from the Sharpshooter. Can still look to play around with his free pathing. Even dropping a ward on the high ground to grant Yang the vision. So one thing I do see a bit of an issue here for Vici Gaming is the fact that they are going to have some difficulty with taking objectives. It really can just get to the stage where you are just so far ahead. Because again, you've got Scepter now, and this is Scepter and Erica is really when you're looking to just go. you're looking to just start running down lanes. I mean, you've already got 21 kills, so I mean, they're still doing that even without the Scepter, but Radiant have some pretty decent tower defense. It's just a lot of it's going to come down to where their ultimate timings are at. I mean, Blessing, he's got, what, Diffusal, second point in the Rolling Thunder. Molasses is pretty close to his second point in the Mortimer Kisses as well, so maybe we might have to see... Actually, hold that thought as new. That's a really early use of the Requiem. Let's see if they're going to have enough damage to be able to bring down New before the Doom comes out, and that's not going to be the case, but still, he'll sacrifice his own life to try and control up the Shadow Fiend inside the middle of it. Let's see if it's going to pay off for Vici Gaming as Setsu jumps in and pushes him back with the Sonic Wave. But it's not enough to enable them to come out on top. Setsu's still looking to try and stand strong, but he's got to be cautious. A Blink doesn't get too much distance away and maybe just actually baits FY to stick around, so Vici Gaming. Couple of going down. Let's see what they can get out of this though. Maybe it's a call for them to try and get these lanes shoved out, try and invade into the jungle. It's just that minute mark as well from Vici Gaming, so you love to be able to take some of the neutrals away off the back of the respawn. I do want to quickly, yeah, sure, we'll take a look back at the team fight. I was a bit worried about the early use of the Requiem, but it seemed like it was enough to get that damage follow-up. Meanwhile, back live, Blessings is in a lot of pain. Unfortunately, no one playing with him. New's even going to jump into the river as well. The boys, they're just not there. Meteor Gaming, one by one, they're going in. An easy kill into the Snapfire. Meanwhile, to the north as well, they've caught out Marblue. And this is going to be one of kind of the big concerns with some of these lower-esque tiers where, yes, you're able to take a successful team fight, but it's just the consistency off the back of that. You get a little bit too aggressive on the map. You feed a couple of deaths away. That advantage, that momentum that you were starting to build up is now just gone. And now Vici, I mean, they can get the control back in their favor. See, Setsu's looking to address bottom. New was able to shove in mid. So once Meteor respawn, you've got to look to address the lanes before you even consider about making a play. Well, at least for Meteor, you know, they are 6,000. 6,000, 21 minutes. Gonna be a little bit worried if the Shadow Fiend's caught out, and that's gonna be the case. Marblue's got the Greaves to work with. The bonus health doesn't look like it's gonna be enough to enable the Shadow Fiend to get the Requiem off. As Marblue's just hunting for an easy kill onto F5, but he won't even find that. A big death onto the Shadow Fiend. Erica just off the mark with the hook, but meanwhile with everything going on mid lane, Blessing's gonna look to get the jump through. It's going to be both ultimates committed to try and bring down New. Even a Doom used once again before he ends up dying. And Setsu commits. Oh, the Overgrowth actually stopping the Sonic Wave. He'll be forced to use it defensively. Blink coming up in a couple of seconds. Setsu still slowed down for the moment. They might look to chase with the Doom expiring. What's the call for Meteor? Are you going to look to try and take this, Yang? Inside the tree line with the freezing field. They're not going to be able to stop it, so Yang kind of just intercepting Meteor, preventing them from being able to get that follow-up damage onto Setsu and Erica now. Yes, you lose F5, but kind of F5 just baits them. Erica's able to land the hook. They're still going for more though. Erica's Flesh Heap's on cooldown, a little bit vulnerable here for the Pudge. And Setsu doesn't have the health pool to be able to take the team fight, so honestly, we've Deno, welcome back. Mate, you've missed a lot. This is a messy game.
I was about to ask what did I miss.
Mate, what did you miss? Look how many kills we got. I don't know what's going on. People are going back and forth. No cooldowns. Doesn't matter. You win a fight. They win a fight. Meteor win a fight. Vici win a fight. Everyone likes to die.
Well, looks like Vici want to fight as well. They know that Roshan might be going on with all this minus armor, and well, they're going to go straight in. But no BKB on the Quap might be the difference maker. No Doom, but a three-man storm.
Oh, New. A great way to start. Now Blessings as well as the Requiem. Well, that'll be able to cover the pit. Does FI go for it? Does he get crafty with it? Not going to be the case. Meanwhile, off to the right side, Blessing, he was able to get the free kill onto Yang. And they're trying to close the distance onto FI's Hoodwink as well. Blink continuing to be cancelled thanks to the leech seed, so there's going to be no escape out of the hoodwink. And well, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The back and forth. It just seems like no one's able to get a foothold of this second game.
I'm in complete agreement as well. And with this, I mean, Shadowfiend's died 6 times by this point of the game. Most of the time, you'd think, well, that's always GG. You know, you're a hero that needs to be able to snowball consistently, and he's somehow been able to claw it back off the back of a few successful team fights. And well, now he's even got that level 16 as well, so he's got the presence aura affecting buildings. Yeah, you're getting kills here and there onto Treant, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't seem to me like even with the good early game that Vici Gaming had, they couldn't take towers because none of their heroes do that.
Yeah, this was a point I was trying to bring up a little bit earlier, is that I was wondering if Setsu was going to go into maybe a little bit more of a right-click build on the Queen of Pain to act as that high ground sieger. I know, well, Yang's getting chased down to the tier 2 tower just to force into a TPR. I know there was some time where people were actually trying to spam this Queen of Pain as a 1, like maybe a year ago. I saw Arteezy doing it a lot in streams as well. This hero's got incredible base attack time, and your scaling's pretty decent in regards to your kind of stat gain. So I've seen kind of like the AC builds to really be able to help out a lot with that, and I wasn't sure if he was going to go down that route, because I'm really struggling to see actually how they take objectives.
Meteor hammer, baby. Who's going to get it?
Oh, let's go. Well, again, maybe it just comes down to getting kill after kill after kill. Top lane, Erica.
They're still getting towers,
Marble
though.
is able to get out of the frostbite thanks to the Lotus Sword, but Erica protected with the BKB. He's going to look to try and walk it in the middle. The Grease will repair some of the damage, and now with the BKB and Dismember completely wasted, looks like Shadowfiend's still going to be cautious at the moment, because FY finds an opening for the Bushwhack. He's going to look to try and charge up the Sharpshooter as well. The damage is not going to be enough to secure the kill, and now Molasses, well, he's got an opportunity to try and lay it down with the Mortimer Kisses. That you have to respect New, however. A jump over the top of the Cookie's going to enable the Shadowfiend to get out of danger, but this, of course, means that Molasses will not be able to escape, and it looks like Marblew as well is stuck in one of the more awkward positions a Brood can be, with 4 people completely surrounding him.
Yeah, it was quick on the fingers with the Lotus Sword, making sure he didn't get fully dismembered, but again, that is... But look at where all the kills happened, right? They still took the tower, and you're not in a position to be able to turn it around and get something in return. So maybe it's just going to be a case of just getting overwhelmingly strong, so that once you take these super late game team fights, they're just going to be dead for long enough that it doesn't matter that your team push is kind of garbage. Very important item coming up for Erica soon, though. You'll have the plate mail up against that Shadow Fiend. Honestly, even the Broodmother and the Pango at this stage, with all the minus armor that you've got coming through, is going to be very significant. So Vanguard helps a little bit, but certainly that additional armor.
Can they actually kill him? With the Sharpshooter BKB, not going to be able to pop the Aegis. They will actually at the last second. The rest of Vici trying to connect. Blessing will be able to intercept him, but Erica's on point with the hook. And how are you able to cancel the Dismember? And, well, they won't have a way. Setsu will jump over the top to provide the damage. Now they've got the follow-up as well. Hooks back up in a couple of seconds, splits the middle, but Setsu, he knows no fear. Sonic Wave to be able to blow him up throughout the Ag Shard. Setsu's going for more. Oh, and this is a Queen of Pain masterclass from Setsu.
Easy. Oh, he gets
he
one.
Gets the Doom kill.
I don't know if that's worth it. I guess lanes are kind of shot down a little bit.
990 gold he got.
Yeah, okay. He needs it for the Meteor Hammer, bro. He needs to increase the push for their side.
Setsu's 18, 2 and 16, man. What?
Well, he's got that AC you were talking about. Makes a lot of sense for them, right? Like, they don't have a lot of this minus armor naturally just through abilities or any of the other items outside of maybe a Blightstone on the Hoodwink. No, he doesn't even have that. Well, 2 towers, though, being able to get picked up. Means that that next Roshan is going to be a lot easier to contest. Was that the first or the second Rosh that ended up being claimed before?
Oh. First? I should know.
Probably too busy fighting as opposed to taking objectives like Roshan. So
it's first.
It wouldn't surprise me
if
it was first.
No, it's been first. I really do not remember.
Radiant's top tower
Another Roche fight, so...
Also, that handy little first thing that's on the stream kind of does help a little bit.
I can... Yes, that does help if I look over.
I mean, I didn't look, so...
Oh, how silly of you.
Mm-hmm. You know me, just a silly Billy, you know?
Yeah, just a silly old Billy. Setsu's got a Grow Ball and double damage rune now, so... this man... But the damage is not going to stop anytime soon. Yeah, no fear at all.
I mean, FY knows that there's no one hanging around in that tree line. Did he have some... Does he have a gem or anything like that? I mean, Triad could have technically been there. He's got the Aghanim Shard for that Nature's Guy's Invis, but right now he's just playing a little bit of a bodyguard for Marblu. We will see that a bunch of people hanging around in that mid lane. They might need to address top a little bit. Maybe the only thing is that they're a little hesitant to do it without that AC. I mean, they're so close to picking it up for Setsu.
Alright, he's going Daedalus as well. So yeah, this is very, very interesting. I was maybe like Bloodthorn sometimes works a little bit better with someone like the Queen of Pain. Especially with the...
towers though. So if you're going to be that
cannot.
They're not going to go some slow siege route, right? It's just overwhelming team fight victory into long death timers into no opposition for our eventual push.
Well, Setsu actually blink closer to TZ. They're smoking to try and help them close the distance as well. EKB, but the overgrowth, unfortunately, just was not there from TZ. That's a Rolling Thunder now, completely wasted as well. So let's see what Vici actually want to do now across the map, knowing this is on cooldown. And yeah, look at that. Yang in combination with New, they're going to instantly smoke.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not expecting for something to happen, you know, with that BKB being used on Setsu as well. Means that they might feel that they're a little reluctant for it, but they would have seen exactly where Shadow Fiend and TZ are looking to move to with that Observer Sentry Ward combination. Just more times that Yang has been able to get a lot of info for them to be able to play with, but it's not enough to be able to catch out that SF. He's still a little bit short of the buyback.
Nice reaction.
Look at Molasses just on that bottom side. They're trying to force someone to come back. They're going to be able to do it. They see Doom. Ooh, that's a long TP.
Extra long. What? All right, back to the lane we go mid.
They got a +1 now.
Gonna try to charge up the Requiem, and well, that won't be enough to keep the Painkiller alive. TZ's gonna be in with the Overgrowth as well, but look at Setsu. Couple of clits along with Erica nearby. An easy 2-for-1 exchange. In fact, actually, Yang didn't even die. So they've still got their full 5-man here from Vici as Erica. He finds an angle to land the hook, but it's going to be cancelled instantly with the Dismember follow-up. Beautifully done from Molasses. Not a long duration out of the Dismember, and now Setsu. Well, they'll look to try and turn towards an easier target. Setsu acting as a deterrent. Yang's going to get the freezing shield off, and look at Yang go finally. They're able to bring him down, but down to the south. New in conjunction with Setsu. But the ultimates coming perfectly together. A boomerang to amplify the damage for good measure. And Meteor are going to crumble off the back of the pressure. They are just too strong on Vici. Blue will be able to sidestep the sharpshooter, and it looks like he will survive, but Vici have to be pretty happy with what they've gotten.
We might get a kill that happens before then. I really want to see if we can get a replay of that hook that happened in the mid lane, because that was just exceptional team play coming through from Vici Gaming. I was thinking, well, they've got a nice little setup here with them being able to land the hook by the bushwhack, but there was a range creep in front. And you had Quap, though. Setsu blinked on forward, used the Scream of Pain to kill the range creep, and they used the hook in perfect combination together with it.
Oh, look at the damage.
He's got good right clicks.
Oh, it's actually not
you
enough.
could tell Setsu. If he didn't have that blink on cooldown, he would have gone.
Revenant's Brooch. Brooch?
I say Broach. Yeah, Broach.
Why is he going this?
High armor. Good way to be able to counter it. 3 agi cores.
It's pretty good for a right click. 45 intel, 40 attack speed. Does a projectile speed go up? No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's inbuilt into the Witchblade.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it went up as well with the upgrade, but... Jesus Christ. I mean, this has to be probably the best Queen of Pain performance I've seen in a very, very long time. I know this hero doesn't get picked up very often, but Setsu is
he's
performing
got
on
away from it.
another level. Satanic.
Satanic instead, just
Yeah,
to
you had
enable him
that
to go for those
Deep
fountain
dives.
dives. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what they can get out of it here on Meteor.
Setsu's nearly 25 as
Another
well.
fight by the Arcane. Do you want to go? Bless just jumps on Erica. It's like, all right, if I must dismember the Pangolier, I'm not going to be opposed to it. The Sonic Wave committed, and meanwhile, Neil as well has no hesitation with dropping the Doom onto the Shadow Fiend. So their damage source is gone, and it's up to N. They're going to call it. Meteor Gaming, they see no avenue back into this game, and as a result to the G's getting called, Vici Gaming will join YBB in being...